Alright guys, so welcome back. I'm just going to give you a quick update and a quick review on what happened yesterday and what I did wrong and what I should have done better. Okay, and what are the things that I can improve on. So over here we can see that yesterday the price found some support of this proportion of the block. Okay, right now if today the price closed below this balanced price range, I would think that we're gonna reach into maybe this swing low down here. Okay, the thing is that because the price has already purged the buy side liquidity, and any breakdown from here like this swing low and a fair value gap, it's gonna be the next target is gonna be this equal lows over here. But then again, if this order block is able to hold likewise as yesterday, and this daily gap over here hold as well, then maybe we can look for some upside targets, but it's not looking good. Okay, the thing is that you always want to wait for the close, right? Like this candle, yesterday's candle, it closed above this gap over here, which is a good sign. So right now I'm not sure if it is doing some retest or something else, but I'm not sure. I do not care, like because what I really want is to see a clear bias. Okay, right, on the 1 hour chart, right, yesterday as I mentioned that I was waiting for, on the 1 hour chart over here, it did not give me a fair value gap to validate my short. Okay, instead it went to this order block down here and then just retraced further, not further, but retraced back into the origin. Right, so right now we're looking at the 1 hour, so I want to go back down into the 15 minutes. Right, on the 15 minutes we do have a fair value gap. As you can see, it filled completely. Right, rejecting off this breaker down here. Okay, strong rejection, but then after that traded sideways into today, and today we have news at 8:30. Let's see if we do get some clear movements. Right, on the 15 minutes we do have relative equal highs over here, and even though it's breaking down now, but it doesn't seem that clear or strong. Okay, and we're in London kill zone. Usually the swing that purges any liquidity up to the upside or the downside in the London kill zone should be deemed as a Judas swing if you were to think that the daily bias is bullish, which currently is. So I'm just gonna leave it as that. Right, right, so yesterday what did I did wrong on a 1 minute time frame. I'm just gonna break it down for you. Right, so my plan was to look for setups between 2:30 and 2:45, 2:30 to 3 o'clock. Okay, so it's within this time frame. I'll just draw a trend line. Right, 2:30 to 3 o'clock. Okay, this is the timeline I'm looking at. Okay, I'll just bold it, highlight it in blue. So this is the time where I want to look for setups or trade formings. Alright, so I took a break. Right, I'm just gonna get back to where I was saying. So on the 1 minute, let me just go back to this. So on the 1 minute, I was looking within this time frame like a setup to form. Okay, so I was looking for a purge of sell side, and then we market structure shift above back to the upside. Okay, and I saw this swing high taken and then this fair value gap over here, right? Just gonna highlight it to you. So I took a trade here and my stop loss was here. Okay, so eventually my stop loss survived, but I ended up cutting it at this candle here because I wanted price to move away from my entry as soon as possible, because the thing is that during this timing it's around 2:51, so I kind of expected the algorithm to work slightly earlier than I have previously mentioned at 3 o'clock. So this is where I cut my position, and then right after we do have another market structure shift over here, and subsequently this was the move here at 3:02. Okay, 15:02. So the correct play should be waiting for 3 p.m. to see, to look, rather than before 3. Okay, so you want to look for setups within 3. Okay, within like 3 p.m. onwards. So over here we do have this swing low, and then after that we do have a fair value gap that is in confluence with the daily volume imbalance and also the daily gap. Okay, so from this swing low to this swing high, 50% is right above this daily volume imbalance. So you can use this daily volume imbalance, or you can look to the left and see if there's any opposing PD arrays. So over here there's this bearish fair value gap that was utilized previously several times. Okay, so when price traded through, this became a balanced price range. So technically I could have longed in this balanced price range here, and then look up to exit above this suspect highs, or this high over here, or even better, we do have a 5 minutes order block. Not order block, but a fair value gap, right? You can enter here, look to exit over here, or there's this 5 minutes, there's this on a 1 minute, there's this fair value gap as well, and this swing high is technically the 5 minutes fair value gap. Okay, so targets should be here and here. You do not want to anticipate it to hit beyond this sell side, because the thing is that this buy side, because the thing is it has been already purged. Okay, so it's a low probability coming up here. Furthermore, we do have a strong market structure shift down. So if I long from here to this level, there will be 23 points, and over here there will be 33 points. Perfect. Okay, so this was the mistake that I've made. I should have kept to my rules, right? The thing about trading is that, okay, you have all the formulas that you need, but somehow or other you're just not profitable, because the thing is, it always comes down to discipline. Okay, so I'm trying to find ways to improve on my discipline, because most of the time, or 99% of the time, the reason why I lose money or I make a losing trade is because of my discipline. Okay, it's either discipline or just FOMO. You see, because I entered it over here, I was expecting the algorithm to perform before it was supposed to perform, because I was FOMOing at it. I thought I could catch the bottom. Okay, so this is the thing, that you don't have to catch the bottoms, you just have to wait for the time, because time is, in terms of hierarchy, higher than price. So you would want to wait for the time. Okay, you should put time as your first element of consideration, right? So this was where I could have done better, right? As you can see, from here to this area here, it's just 8 minutes, right? The whole move can be completed in 8 minutes, within 8 minutes, and it's a very quick one. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, right? So yeah, I have to find a way to improve my discipline, maybe by pretending that I have an audience might help, because that would force me to enforce on my rules. This is why I'm doing this YouTube video thing, because I want to execute what I say. Alright, because usually due to emotions I'm unable to execute what I say, and I execute something else. This is my weakness here, right? And overall, I consider myself as a good market analysis, but I'm not really a good trader. Okay, there is this difference here. Okay, if you're good in market analysis, doesn't mean you're good in trading, right? Because trading requires a higher level of skill set, right? To because the thing is that it's very difficult to control when you have free will of what you want to do, right? You don't have someone setting rules for you, like strict rules like what you have on your day-to-day job. You don't have those rules, so it's very easy to go astray, you know. So that is what I'm looking to improve on, right? As you can see, I mentioned that FOMC is a two-part event. So the first part is usually a fake move, and then after that we get a real move down here, and from there we consolidated, right? We broke back down into this support, and then we consolidated throughout the end of the day. So yeah, previously on my previous FOMC interest rate trades, I looked for the extreme ends to be taken out, but today it proves that it doesn't need to be taken out. Alright, so in the future I'll just look for the easiest target, and then I'll just exit the markets, because I think after 3:30 to 4, it's a low probability market, or price action, so to speak. Alright, so back on the daily, we do have the price breaking down. Yeah, I was away for quite a while, so the price is currently reaching into this 50% of this propulsion block. In any case, this fails to hold, or fails to give a strong reaction down here, it would indicate that the market is going down for this relative equal lows. Okay, we do have a huge inefficiencies over here. Okay, we do have huge inefficiencies over here, and price and the algorithm are likely would want to fill that. So yeah, we took, as I said, we took the buy side. So if it was to be bearish, then this should mark the local highs, right? Because after FOMC interest rates, we did not get another spike higher. So this is very high probability that this is going to be the high of this entire range, and then from there we just range bound chop into lower levels, and eventually in January I'm thinking this liquidities here are gonna get swept. Okay, this is what I'm thinking right now. So how am I gonna trade this? I'm just gonna wait for any breakdowns. Okay, so on the 4 hour we do have this structure here, which is pretty neat. Okay, I would say. But the thing is that on the 4 hours we do have this fair value gap. Okay, I'm just gonna note it down. Okay, we have buy side taken, and then right now we have this fair value gap. Okay, when you use the fib, draw it out, extend out in time, it's above 50%, right? And we do have order blocks over here. I'm just gonna use this. Just gonna extend it to the end of Sunday. We're just gonna extend it out here, and we have relative equal lows down here. So I kind of believe that this is the next objective target for the 4 hours, right? We took the buy side, and then we broke down a swing low, creating a fair value gap. Right now price is breaking even lower, so in my case I wouldn't want the price to continue breaking lower, creating a fair value gap with this candle right here. Okay, I would much prefer it to come back up to give an entry, right? And then after that, these areas should be the next draw on liquidity. Okay, so on the 4 hours, it's pretty obvious. Seek and destroy profile, right? Just sideways consolidations. So I'm just gonna put a hypothetical trade limit order here. Okay, this is just demo, right? I'm not doing on my live account for the 4 hours because the risk is too big for my capital on the live account. Okay, so I'm just gonna create this order here and see what happens. Okay, so right now I started with 10k. I'm down 700 due to disciplinary issues. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna sell just to lowering my risk. Right, and if the price comes here and then after that breaks down again, I'll pyramid. Okay, I'm just gonna do it slightly above, like 0.25. What's the low? 43. Okay, 43.25 there. Yeah, so back to where I was saying, I'm just gonna leave this here. Okay, and just double checking the coordinates. 97. Just add 1 point to that, as I usually will do. And yeah, I think that's about it. Not sure if we're gonna get this, but let's see. Okay, I'm gonna make sure everything is on the 4 hours. Visibility. Oops. Main 4 hours. Alright, so let's go down to the 1 hour. Anything? There's nothing on the 1 hour, so yep, I'll just use the 4 hour chart. Okay, so I want price to reach here, but either it hits the order block or this fair value gap. I want it to break down. Minimum, I'm looking at this swing low. If we take out this swing low first before moving down, let me check. Still possible, but I'm just gonna leave it out like this, right? Looking to take out this relative equal lows. I think we possibly come into this area 4 hours, right? We have this huge inefficiency, and but I'm thinking I'll just take profits at the lowest hanging fruit down here, right? And that's about it, I guess. Look at how neat the level is. The sell limit is right in the middle of this balanced price range. Monthly, 3 months. Yeah, so far so good. If it closes below this balanced price range, I think it's self-explanatory. Coincides with the relative equal highs for 15 minutes. Maybe we get this next week, not too sure, but yeah, but if the equal lows gets taken out first, then let me just, man, this will be deep premium. Not sure if it's gonna happen, but it would be interesting. Okay, that's about it.